understand, though, is that your extrasensories on this planet, your sensitives, your autistic people, all of these people who we could label sensitive types, right? There is a species that's always your indicator species. We know this in science. So when the environment starts to get out of alignment, oftentimes it's the amphibians that start to be hit first. So you got to watch that teller species. And if they start disappearing, if their numbers start dropping, if they start developing issues, the entire chain is going to have issues. So what we have to start doing is to pay attention as humans to the sensitives, because they are the indicator of where we are headed as a culture, as a species, and what we need to do in terms of change as a species for the health of the totality. Like when you hear people say, oh, you got to just cope with the way the world is, you're headed for a giant brick wall.
Mm-hmm. So all these years I've been trying to align my son with how to live in this type of world rather than just promoting his extrasensory, the damage being done. I don't even want to think about that sometimes because it's just, my God, because the emotional abuse aspect that in relationships, with your kids, with your parents, it's just so prevalent that, and of course I say I don't want to, you have to deal with it now more so than ever, because if we don't, we're really not going to shift, are we?
No, and this is the most difficult. I honestly want to talk to the people of today because I understand how difficult it is for you to look at the world and want to raise children that can cope with this world, and also knowing that we don't really want this world that's out there to begin with. So what I'm going to call people in on is this idea that we are the generation that has got to be brave enough that we are willing, instead of molding our children to the current reality, to allow them to be entirely what they are, pure expression, so that they then create the society we always wanted to live. And unless we're brave enough to do that, which means not aligning with the public schools, it means not vaccinating, it means a lot of things, we have to be brave enough to do that, then we're not going to see the reality that we want to have created. It is in these children that are being born now that this society is going to be created, the one that we actually want to see.
Because that reminds me, because it's so